Are you ready to find out the actual things that crush on LinkedIn when it comes to content? Well, today I'm going to talk about three things that are super hyper valuable. Where they go, three things. Number one is going to be the length of the posts you should be making. Number two is the formatting. And then lastly, what are the most important or valuable topics that you could be posting on LinkedIn? Well, stay tuned. We're about to get into it right now. What's happening, FlowChat Connector? Sean back at you with another high ticket tune-up. Bam! Make sure to smash that like button. Share this out. Somebody needs to get better at sales and, of course, or content game, I guess I should say. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you find some value in this. And I would love, remember, this is always a conversation, so I want to know what you have to say about this. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about some content today, because I think when you hear this, you're going to be like, Sean, this is great. So here's the secrets behind creating LinkedIn content that actually works. And a quick little disclaimer, I didn't come up with this information. This actually comes from Neil Patel and his organization. If you know who Neil Patel is, he is one of the number one stunners, on social when it comes to understanding content and messaging and everything, SEO, whatever. So a lot of this data actually comes from Neil Patel, and I think it's going to be really, really valuable for you. So let's go. Here we go. Number one. The first thing we need to talk about is actually length, right? And if we're looking at this chart right here, what we find is that the optimal length for a LinkedIn post is a long form content that averages anywhere between 3,500 to 4,000 words. Those are the types of posts that get the most shares. Now, why do I say this? Because shares is the number one metric. The number one metric you need to be concerned about when you're creating content is how many shares can you get, right? The virality formula that I did cover in a previous video, so go back into the video catalog here and watch that one. It breaks down the viral coefficient, why it works the way that it does. But in simplicity, all you need to know is that for every view that your post gets, if that viewer shares 1.1 times, you have created something absolutely viral. And that's the easy way to remember it, right? So remember, long form content on LinkedIn, different than Facebook. Facebook's average is that 2,000 to 2,500 words. LinkedIn's a little bit longer. 3,500 to 4,000 words per post are the ones that get the most shares. Why is that? Because detailed, insightful posts position you as a thought leader, and it makes it cool for you to share that stuff. So length does matter, as they say, right? So next, let's talk about formatting. Formatting is absolutely key. You don't want to get into some posts and just write a bunch of stuff and it's just boring content, right? You don't have any pictures, you don't have any of that stuff. Like, it's not going to be shared, it's not going to be liked as much. Remember, the goal is for giving or handing out a piece of candy or content to one of your viewers that they can then go share to their people that they know within their network that will make them look cool and fascinating and different, and will set them apart if they share your content. That is the secret to creating virality when it comes to sharing. And it's not just about the word count, as I said. Length matters, but so does the presentation. Mix in visuals with your text to keep your readers engaged. It's as simple as that, right? And lastly, I think very, very, very importantly is, what is the one content part, or what is the topic on LinkedIn that we can talk about the most? And that's self-improvement. That's the one thing that Neil's crew found dominated all over LinkedIn. And you want to catch their eye, write about leadership, write about habits, career growth, and self-improvement. Those four topics, again, leadership, habits, career growth, and self-improvement, are the things that will catapult your LinkedIn career and content game to a whole entire another level. Very valuable there. And don't forget to peek into the future industry of trends. Obviously, everybody likes to be a thought leader. And when you're speaking about things that are relevant and on topic, there's a lot of newsletters out there that are talking about social media, what's hot, what's not right now. Trickling some of that information into your content will also help you tremendously. What are the most popular things that you can write about? Here's a list that Neil's group came up with. Anything that has the word leader in it, in the title, gets an average of 443 shares, right? Second to habits, if the word habits is in your title, 332. The word mistakes, right? Avoiding mistakes, 216 average shares. The word career, 337, managers 275, lessons 272, resume 264, employees 250, interview 229, advice 223, and trends, which is the industry trends. That gets about 219 average LinkedIn shares per post. And with that said, you now understand the length of the content you need to write, the format of how and what you're supposed to write, and then what you're supposed to be writing about on LinkedIn. You follow this, it is an incredible baseline for you to grow and scale your content game on LinkedIn. With that said, you've just been tuned up. Hopefully this one helps you, and I can't wait to see you next time. But until then, go FlowChat. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now.